military so we could come back to Colorado, and we actually went up to Northern Virginia instead to become defense contractors so that we could save up some money before we came back. Because here in Colorado Springs, it's a little bit difficult to find work if you don't have a specific occupation that you've been involved in. And so we were both in, like I said, the global defense industry, and we had made plenty of money. We were so happy, but the problem was is that we weren't with our family and our friends, and that's really what we wanted. We wanted to be with my daughter that was actually living here in Colorado Springs, and so we were restricted to that location because we couldn't find jobs here. And my stepfather, also my sponsor, came out, and he came out, he showed us the business, which was funny because we really didn't want any part of it. I mean, I talked to my mother about it, and I said, please, can you not have him bother me with this? You know, my wife doesn't want to hear about it. My wife actually was involved in network marketing before, which she tried to involve me in it, and I wasn't going to have any of that. But anyway, so he came.
There were death threats involved.
Huh?
We heard that there were death threats involved if Mike was to talk about the company.
Yeah, so we were like, please, you know, don't bother us with this. And then he kind of like found a way to get us into a meeting, which we ended up seeing Mr. Suleiman Rahman speak, one of the best speakers in the industry, in my opinion. And it was phenomenal. Both of us were kind of like, I mean, you know, in her mind, she was like, I knew I could do it. And in my mind, I was like, this may be the way that we can go back to Colorado. You know, it was our opportunity, and that was our way out. And it's funny because where I worked, people, where they made money, they call it the golden handcuffs. People want to leave, but they can't leave that DC metropolitan area because they make money there, and anywhere else you go outside of there, it's kind of tough to make money. So it's called the golden handcuffs. The money keeps you there. But I cared more about family than the money. And so we were actually empowered by my sponsor and Organo Gold to be able to move back and build this business here, and that's actually what we're doing right now. So we're happy. We're with family. We're building, building the business, and we're excited because we have such a great team here. Everybody's the OG family here, and it's just really exciting. It's great, and it's awesome to be able to see everybody growing and seeing new faces all the time. So that's pretty much my story, and I'll go ahead and start on the 4 steps. Okay, when I first joined the business, I looked at the 4 steps and I was like, okay, well, how do I make the money? How do I make the money? And everybody just kept on telling me, it's the 4 steps, the 4 steps, the 4 steps is how you make money. And me being me, I like to learn lessons the hard way, and that I don't learn from other people's mistakes. I like to learn from my own mistakes. Okay, so whenever I'm speaking with people, whenever I'm doing training with people, I always tell them, okay, this is the 4 steps. I'm telling you exactly how you're going to make money. Don't do what I did, because that's not going to make you money. What I didn't do is I didn't follow the 4 steps. And if you follow them, you're going to make the money. Be a product of the product. This is the most important thing. And actually, when you first join into Organo Gold or in the network marketing industry, that's one thing that you want to do. You want to be a product of the product. You want to consume as much of the product as possible. You have personal testimonies. You want people to know, and of course, when you're consuming your own product, people are going to know, they're going to ask you questions about it. They're going to wonder why you're drinking this coffee, why you're going to Starbucks, and you're only getting water from Starbucks. Or they're going to want to know, you know, when people can tell when you're excited about something, and the fastest way to get excited and to get your belief level up is going to be by being a product of the product. But you want to submit your testimonial within the first 48 hours. That's absolutely important. You know, that's so significant because what happens is when you're in this business, I know it's kind of one of those things that they kind of beat into you, but they say that facts tell, stories sell. So people are more motivated by the testimonials than they are about the facts, because you can tell them about Ganoderma all day, and that's not going to do anything. What people want to know is how Ganoderma has changed people's lives. They want to be able to change lives. They want their life to be changed, depending on what kind of person it is, you know. So that's where you're really going to make a lot of the money, is your testimonial. Set yourself on the proper auto ship, and what that is going to do is that's going to build your residual. Okay, so the key component of this business is duplication. Okay, and duplication is where your business is how your business is going to grow exponentially. If you don't set yourself on the proper auto ship, you can't tell other people to set themselves on the proper auto ship. If you're trying to be a leader and you're trying to show people what they're supposed to do, you need to do what you want others to do, because people are only going to do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
If they see you telling them you need to be on a $100 auto ship and you're not even set up for auto ship, they're not going to listen to you. You can't tell people to do something that you're not doing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you want to start out with your proper auto ship. Also, I mean, you're not going to get paid. Mr. Derby already explained that people have lost out on money because they didn't have auto ship. That's what happens. You don't have, you can't even gain your points when you're not on the proper auto ship, or and also, I mean, how many people are consuming the product? You want to be able to still sample people while consuming the product, which goes back to being a product of the product. You want to still consume the product, but you want to be able to sample people and share it. So you need to be on there so you're not drinking all your product and have nothing to share with others. Next is purchase 2 boxes of coffee. Another thing, just like I said, it's all about duplication. So every time that you put somebody into the business and you tell them, okay, well, what you're going to do so that you have coffee is you're going to I'm going to sell you a box of black and a box of latte. That way, when you walk out this door, somebody asks you about your business, or you talk to somebody about your business, you have the product. If you don't have any product, you don't have any business. That's all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to ask you, where's your product? You don't have product, you don't have a business. So you want to make sure, for duplication purposes as well, that you're teaching your people that they're going to sell 2 boxes to a new distributor every time they get into the business. Okay, next is build a list of contacts, 50 coffee drinkers, 50 business builders. The reason why we're doing this is, in any company in this industry, you want to have your initial warm market to build your business initially, but since we have such a consumable product, you also want to get some coffee drinkers, because your coffee drinkers, even though they're not in the business, that's still going to provide you initially with probably most of your money until you get your business in there. What the most important thing is when you're in this industry is you want to stay in this business as long as possible, so that the longevity. You don't want you want a low attrition rate. So you want to make sure that people are making their initial money back, their initial investment back, a good return on it. And that's the way that you're going to do it. They're coffee drinkers. They're going to contact those coffee drinkers, and they're going to give the script, and they're going to try and get some people who should drink their product on a monthly basis. Now they have that residual income, and now they're going to be able to see, okay, well, I can do this, get my residual income from my customers, and then I'm going to start building this business, and we're going to get things going real big now. Learn the 4 questions. The 4 questions are key, because when you're sampling people, you want it to be something, and I mean, I say it all the time, but really, what the 4 steps is about, it's about duplication. It makes it so it's so easy, so that when you can duplicate it, and you can just basically give somebody the script, and you're like, here, this is, I think, in my opinion, the 4 steps is just the key component to this company, period. It's just, if you follow these 4 steps, if you show people how to do it, it's duplicatable. If you're trying to teach people different things every time, nobody's going to be able to do it. But if you give everybody the same thing every single time, it's going to be pretty simple. And learning the 4 questions, everybody can do that. Learn the 4 questions. And everybody knows in here what the 4 questions are, right? Okay, so we want to get 10 retail coffee customers now with the script, and that kind of goes intertwined with your 50 coffee drinkers. And what I ran over about how you want to have your residual initially. And so 50 coffee drinkers, 50 business builders. 3 is book 4 coffee jazz mixers at your home or office. Okay, so how do we make money in this industry? How do we make money in Organo Gold? Well, we show people the plan, right?